3 seed in the East region, Wisconsin takes on the 14 seed Montana, and the Badgers are laying 17.5 points.
Dave.
I mean, the Grizzlies are smoking hot, right? They've only lost once since mid-January. They can score. They got size. They got experience.
Who's the Grizzlies? Who's the Grizzlies?
The Montana Grizzlies. Are we talking rest here? I kind of gave up on that whole rest thing. I'll tell you that your rest number is confirmed, but my bankroll says, and I don't give it the credence I used to give it. I digress.
Well, but Dave, hold on a second. Your agent said you couldn't go past midnight because you had to rest. You care about rest. Come on.
I fired my agent last night. That's an old memo.
So what do you like? You like Montana here?
No, I don't, RJ. I mean, they lost by a combined 66 to Oregon and Tennessee. Do I love the Badgers? No. I mean, okay, we talked about them playing Sunday, but I think the Badgers want no part of playing 40 minutes because they're going to have to play BYU or VCU, and I hope they probably learned their lesson last year when they got bounced in round 1 to James Madison. So I'm betting actually here the Badgers minus 9.5 in the first half. I think they want to get this over with quick, and I wouldn't do that normally, but the first half total 72 and a half. There's enough room in there to get margin of double-digit points. If the first half total were 60, I would certainly think otherwise. But I like the Badgers here in the first half, minus 9.5 points.
What do you think of the game, and what do you think of that first half is?
I like Dave's angle here because trying to get into the Wisconsin team. These are not your grandfather's Wisconsin Badgers. All right, this team can score. This team can shoot. And so they played Oregon, and they were 12 for 16 from 3. Destroyed Oregon, the Big Ten championship. But what everyone saw was in the championship they could not throw the ball in the ocean. I mean, they couldn't make any threes. It was just so ugly, but it was an aberration. That's not how Wisconsin's played all year long. So I can see that horrific offensive game giving them the focus to come out firing on offense.
So question, this game's in Denver, so we know that elevation could be a factor for these teams. Do we favor a team like Montana, who in their conference plays some, northern Colorado? They played a couple.
I don't know if Wyoming
play a couple of games that may be at a higher elevation as opposed to Wisconsin playing in the plains of the Big Ten.
It's got to help.
That's interesting because what other games are in this region? Because there was someone I was listening to.
BYU.
Okay, BYU against
VCU.
BYU, VCU.
That's the big edge.
Is the other Thursday game in Denver.
Because BYU has altitude themselves?
Yeah, Salt Lake.
Yale and Texas A&M is also a Denver game, and UC San Diego, Michigan.
Okay. And
what's the San Diego elevation? Never mind.
Below sea level?
So let me think about this. Which one of these are Thursday, though?
They're all Thursday.
Okay. And has which one of these do you think the market's taking the altitude the most seriously, Fez?
None of them.
Really? So
I don't think it's baked in.
You think this
enough.
is an edge that could? Okay, excellent. We'll get to those games.
Yes.
To Fez's point about the Badgers, another thing that people might not know. I mean, they have typically had one of the slowest paces in the nation year after year after year, like over the 300th. And this year they actually played at about 150, which for them is warp speed, which is, I think, another reason why their offense is getting the points that they're getting. Yes, they're good. Yes, they can shoot, but they're also playing a little quicker this year. And anybody that's just sort of handicapping Wisconsin based on history would be wrong.
So to me, if Wisconsin still is a slow team, or at least average, but they can play faster, that helps them. Because when you can only go slow, that's a problem. But I think the way Wisconsin wins against someone better than them is slowing it down, which they're comfortable with too. So, I mean, that seems to bode well for them.
Yeah, and you might consider, and some books let you do this, some books don't. You play that first half parlaying it to the over because obviously you always give me that minus 9.5, to that over 70 first half.
Now, do you think that, now, people that say bet the favorite and over in the game, I don't like that generally. Explain why the first half is going to be it's going to be more pronounced.
Because you get a clean correlation of if the favorite crushes them, first half more likely to go over.
And this is the case more important in games where there's a bigger favorite.
Yes, so Wisconsin's laying 17. So if Wisconsin covers, they're probably going to win by 21. Do you really want the over? If I told you Wisconsin's up 22 with 3 minutes to play, now you might get 7 points in the last 3 minutes.
So you're saying you're avoiding some problems at the end of the game that are possible but you're benefiting. Because if someone told you, hey, they scored 85 points in the first half combined, you're going to like the over. I'm sorry, you're going to like Wisconsin.
That's a great way to look at it, to say just if the first half goes over, do you want Montana? It's like, what? Do you think I'm a sucker? Of course not.
Hey, try DraftKings, Mackenzie. Go first half, go over, and see if they give a normal payout.
Sure thing.
Dave, do you like that idea?
I do. I love that idea.
All right, awesome. So you've got a pick on this game, and is this a bet or a best bet, Dave? One of your three?
This is a bet.
All right, so you got 2 bets in already. Fez, what's your official on this game?
I'm going to lean Wisconsin, and part of it too. Maybe Scott's got the Big Sky numbers. I know this has been a bad conference historically, and they have not brought it in the tournament.
All right, next game.
So Wisconsin first half and over would be plus 240.
Okay.
Oh, that's
somewhat
a little,
go under and see if they still give you 240.
Yeah, because they should give you they should give you 280.
258.
Okay.
So they are putting a little bit into it. Now, but again, that's a same game parlay.
Yeah.
Right? I bet a lot of, if anything, that proves to you these books think there's a correlation. If you can get it with a normal payout, why not?
Yes.
So Big Sky teams have lost 21 straight NCAA tournament games against major conference teams, 5-16 ATS.
Well, see, that's the thing.
21 games.
Yeah.